好，欢迎来到今日头条 at the Expresso， 我是卡尊象。今天是2022年6月23号，星期四，大家好不好呢？今天的天气又是特别好，希望你所在的地方也能够享受到阳光。好的，今天我们的头条来自中国日报中文网，我们就开始吧。今日头条1，数字赋能，智赢未来，新时代大讲堂即将开讲。数字赋能，智赢未来，新时代大讲堂即将开讲。Okay, the reason I picked this one, there are two reasons. 首先呢，我们可以看到中国人打广告到底是怎么打的。The first thing is to get familiar if what happens when Chinese people want to put some kind of advertisement, what kind of language they will use. So you will see very typical, and classical way of doing it is four characters in the same format of Chinese idiom. So we know Chinese idiom, 96% of the Chinese idioms are contained with 4 characters. So these are the most common form. And we also know Chinese idiom, if you know how to use it and understand the context of it, then that's indicate you're well educated. 所以呢，在做广告的时候，经常我们就会可以看到四个字的这样子的广告词。So when it comes to advertisement, it's the same principle. If you can use 4 characters and give it a meaning, and in the same linguistic format as like classical Chinese idioms, then that shows your sophistication in language use. 所以呢，我们这里可以看到数字赋能，智赢未来。So these are the slogan here. Okay, 所以呢 the second thing I picked this is now let's look at the translation itself. So the title I've got here, this is more the literal translation, but you can also see the translation done by the organizer themselves, slightly different. So let's have a look what's the actual breakdown. 数字我们知道是 number 的意思So 数字 originally means number, but here 数字 also means digitalization or digital. 赋能. Now the keyword 能 here, how do we understand this 能? This 能 referring to 能力, power, ability. Okay, 赋 means to give. So the digitalization will give you power. So empowerment is a more accurate or direct translation. But we can also, as you can see here, say digitalization drives growth. Okay, 然后呢，智赢未来。那智 we know 智 on its own means wisdom. Okay, but here means 智能. Here it referring to intelligence. So in a way, the intelligence here is more accurate translation. 赢 means to win. 未来 future. So intelligence wins future. Okay, 然后新时代 so then the second part is what they're actually advertising, right? 所以呢，新时代 new era 大讲堂 a big lecture hall 讲堂 lecture hall 即将 so soon about to 开讲 start, but 开讲 means 开始讲课 so start a lecture. Okay, so this is a little advertisement for a lecture series that's going to happen. So you can see very interestingly how we put this together. 好，我们再来读一下。数字赋能，智赢未来，新时代大讲堂即将开讲。Okay, great. 好，第二个，今日头条2，香港回归祖国25周年，香港故宫文博馆从奠基到开馆。香港回归祖国25周年，香港故宫文博馆从奠基到开馆。好，这个呢是关于香港回归 so Hong Kong's return, return to China, right? But here, because this news is actually in China, so they picked the word 祖国 motherland. So it's a more kind of emotional and warm feeling when you describe your country, 祖国。25周年 anniversary, 然后呢，香港 so 故宫文博馆 is the Hong Kong Palace Museum. So this is the name of the Hong Kong Palace Museum. 从什么什么到 So we know the simple structure 从什么什么到什么什么 from to. So from 奠基 奠基 means to lay the foundation when you build a house. 奠基到开馆 So opening. But here because of 馆usually is what? 博物馆或者说美术馆或者说图书馆 So this 馆 indicate opening, so it must be opening of either a museum or gallery, so it has to be something end with 馆, right? That will only work. It's not opening of a club, for example, right? 好的，那我们再来读一下。香港回归祖国25周年，香港故宫文博馆从奠基到开馆。好，今天给大家选的这个词呢，就是祖国。祖国 So as I mentioned, 祖国it's a very warm feeling when you describe your country. But why is that? So let's have a look how we put motherland together. This 祖 actually doesn't refer to your mother. 祖 originally means ancestor. So this is very deep in Chinese culture. In Chinese culture, we respect our ancestor very much, right? The question typically people will ask if there's no your dad, where's you? If there's no your grandpa, where's your dad? So remembering your ancestor is extremely important traditionally. 那国我们知道是国家 nation country. So ancestor where the nation the country where your ancestors from. So there's this warm feeling towards that. 好的，我们来看一下汉字怎么写祖国。词语祖国非常好，谢谢大家观看今日头条 at the Expresso。 那明天呢，我需要去Milton Keynes 有一个学术会议。 Tomorrow I have to travel to Milton Keynes for a conference, so I'll see how I get on with time. If I can, I will continue to make a video on 今日头条. If not, I will have to start doing it next Monday. But just in case, wish everyone a good weekend ahead. 好的，拜拜。